strangers, Stephanie here with a new What's for Dinner video. I know it has been a few weeks since I've had one that actually involved me cooking, and this one has a little bit of me cooking, but a lot of still images of things I've already shown you on this channel because it is hot here. I know it's hot everywhere, but I don't have central AC and I work outdoors, so I work outside all day being hot, and then I come home and I don't have central AC, so I'm still hot. So right now you can see I'm sweating. All I did was turn off my fan for 5 minutes while I recorded a voiceover, and I look like I've done a workout. So cooking has not been high on my priority list, so it's been a while since I've shared one of these. These are going to be some really simple meals, and if you're not a fan of carbs, this one might not be the one for you because I've been wanting pasta when I have been wanting food lately. So there are several pastas in here, but let's get right into it. All of these are going to be real easy and real budget friendly too. First up, I've shown this before on my channel, but it is one of my favorites and it's been a while. Sausage and peppers. So easy to put together, and you can use it in so many different ways. I will link in the description box below my original sausage and peppers video because I have multiple different ways to use it in that. But on this particular night, I just wanted it over spaghetti. So the hardest part of this is just cutting up the veggies, cutting up the peppers, cutting up the onions. That is the most time consuming part. So once I've got that done, I'm going to put a little bit of water in the bottom of this because this is going to create steam for this to cook, and those peppers and onions get super soft and really delicious as kind of the fat from the sausage drips down into them as they cook. So I am using mild Italian sausage in this. You can use whatever sausage you prefer or whatever you have on hand. This I had pulled out of the freezer because when I bought it, I knew it was going to be a few days past the date that I wanted to use it, so I just put it in the freezer for a few days, and then just topping it with a whole bunch of garlic powder, and that's it. That's the only seasoning my dad ever did on this. That's the only seasoning I do on this, and it tastes delicious. The sausage itself has enough flavor. It really doesn't need anything else added to it. So whenever my dad would make this, he would have it in a roll with some mustard on it, but I do like mine on pasta usually. The main thing is you want to make sure your sausage is fully cooked, so it does take a while. I had mine in the oven at 375 for about an hour and a half before it was finally fully cooked. Next up, country fried steak. This is something I got at Aldi. So just using up the last little bit of it here, trying to get everything out of my freezer. So I put that in the air fryer per the directions on the packaging, and then I made it some green beans to go along with this. So I started out with a little bit of olive oil, added in some garlic, minced garlic, and then added in green beans. I put these in the microwave first and then finished them off on the stovetop here. So you could do them right from frozen, but I wanted to give them a little head start so that this would be done pretty quickly. So I am just mixing all of that together, and then I'm going to let those flavors meld together and finish fully cooking those green beans. And then to go along with this, I also added a little bit of Kinder's The Blend seasoning. And then for the topper for my steak, I made a little bit of gravy. I did just use a packet of gravy. I did not make anything homemade this night at all. Everything involved in this video, for the most part today, is taking help from the store. Nothing is very complicated in this video because it's been too hot for that. So I simply used one of those country gravy mixes. This is the Kroger brand version. You could use a name brand if you want, but I went with what was cheapest at the grocery store and added the water to that. Let that come up to the simmer to fully cook it, and that was dinner. This was very easy, which again is the theme of this video. It has been so hot that when I have been using my stovetop like this, I just want it to be done as quick as possible. Next up, some chicken and mac and cheese. So this is those Just Bare chicken chunks, and I simply tossed them after they were done cooking in the air fryer in some of my sweet spicy love sauce from Uncle Lou's. I have shown that on my channel before. I'll link it down below. It's not sponsored. I just really love it. And then to go along with this, I had some mac and cheese. I've just been wanting pasta all the time lately. Every 2 to 3 days I've been wanting pasta. So I also had a pasta salad. I showed how I make this in my succulent summer sides video a few weeks ago, so I will link that in the description box below. All I did to it this time was add in some chicken that I cooked in the Instant Pot with some Italian dressing mix, one of those little Italian dressing packets. And that's it. Super simple. And then I took the rest of this to lunch, and it was a good lunch for several days. And then another favorite, the pineapple bacon teriyaki sausages. I love these Aidells pineapple bacon sausages, and I got a big package from Costco. I still have some teriyaki sauce. The Sweet Baby Ray's is what I use. I cut them up, I coat them, I put them in the air fryer until they're nice and caramelized and warm, like in this photo right here, and serve this with rice. It is so good with rice. And then I had some leftover green beans from the country fried steak. And then another pasta. Yep, we got another one. I boiled some spaghetti. I am reserving some of the pasta water because I'm not doing a whole lot to this spaghetti in terms of sauce. So once my spaghetti is done, I am going to drain it. And then once I put it back on the stovetop, I am adding in the Boursin garlic and fine herbs cheese. I had never tried this before, and I took a bite of it before I put it on the pasta just to see what it tasted like, and immediately got flashbacks to childhood because this reminded me so much of what they would serve with the bread at my favorite restaurant as a kid, which was a chain. It was called Mozzarella's. Let me know if y'all remember Mozzarella's. We looked it up because I immediately called my mother and said, "Oh my gosh, do you remember Mozzarella's? That's what this tastes like." And it was just one of those kind of sense memories that came flooding back. But we looked it up, and apparently it was owned by Ruby Tuesdays. So let me know if y'all have memories of going to Mozzarella's back in the day when that was a thing. It is not a thing anymore. But I added to this some chicken, some Parmesan cheese, that whole block of the Boursin cheese, and then I did add a little bit of that pasta water back in to make it a little bit creamier, a little bit more saucy, because I do like my pasta to be pretty saucy. And then I let that come together for just a couple minutes, let those flavors meld together, and then it was ready to eat. And it was so good. Highly recommend that Boursin cheese if you can find it on sale. It's kind of expensive, but Costco recently had a 3-pack of them that was about the same price as you would pay in the regular grocery store for one. So I could not pass that up. That's why I finally tried it. And I've now used it in a couple different things because this was a while ago. And it's delicious. Highly recommend. But that's the last pasta of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope you give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll have more content coming your way soon.